Welcome back, guys. Alright, so I got a couple things here that I'm doing. Just figured I'd let you in on what's going on. So, these are the old wear bars. I mean, they are not looking good. Kind of drowning it out. The carbides are nothing. I mean, there's a little bit there, but there's supposed to be a point. When you look at them, you can see a little bit of a triangle on the end. I mean, maybe you can't. I don't know. Well, anyway, there's supposed to be a triangle on the bottom. And this one, I don't know what the heck happened to that one. I mean, look at how thin this is. It's amazing. They must have replaced this one. It's the only thing I can think of. But this one right here, I can't remember, but I think this was on the side that I found a bent control arm, and it was just twisted. So it wasn't real bad or anything, but it was enough. I didn't even notice it. So I ended up, after I wire wheeled it, I ended up twisting it back, and it seemed like, you know, at that point it was good to go. So, all right, so you can see behind me that I got a couple of skis. This is obviously one that is needing to be cleaned up. I got everything off of it, and well, not everything, but what I'm going to do is, like this one here, I ended up cleaning this one up real good, and then I hit it with some good old Krylon Fusion, and I did satin. And that's the same exact stuff that I used on this tank right here, and the console actually, which it's dusty now, but these were both like extremely faded, and you can see now that they look nice and new. And that was when I put this new seat cover on. You can't really, pair of pliers, sorry, but when I put the new seat cover on, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and refurbish the seat. And you know, I think it turned out pretty good. So between the two of them, I mean, it looks good. I'm gonna try and find the stickers for these, because the ones that I took off were mangled pretty badly. But overall, yeah, it turned out pretty good. So I think once I get it all back together and get everything buttoned up, I think it'll turn out pretty good. This right here is also what I'm working on. And yeah, the front ends, I got one, I mean, there's some, it's through, but it's solid. You know, there's just a couple spots that are, it's solid in the rest of it, you know, but the couple spots that are through, I mean, it's just really just holds the front end on. I mean, the rest of it's solid all through here. All these other braces and stuff are solid. I wire wheeled them, hit them with some rust stop, and that's going to get fixed next year. Because, I mean, last winter, when I finally got this thing running and it finally snowed to where I was able to use it, I hit a couple jumps on that and nothing. So I think it'll be fine for this season. We'll see. We'll definitely see. So I wire wheeled all this, hit it with rust stop, and I plan on cleaning this up too. And then I'm going to hit this with black, and then this with silver, all 2000 temp exhaust paint. hit this with black as well. And, you know, this thing's pretty beat up. And this will be the last year for it. So, but under here, I got all these. Can't really see. Let me pull the light over. But I just got all the rust off of this and hit it with a rust stop. And then I'm just going to go over it with some Rust-Oleum. And I think I'm going to call it a day. If I have enough of that. I don't know if I'm going to do Rust-Oleum or the Krylon Fusion. Actually, I think Rust-Oleum. The Krylon Fusion supposedly, I mean, it holds up. A lot of people are talking about how they used it on like their dirt bikes and their four-wheelers and quads and stuff, and it's actually held up pretty well. It needs like 7 days to dry, but once it dries, it's like hardens like plastic. So once I get that done, and that's why I figured, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the skis and, you know, freshen those up a little bit. This one already got washed. I scrubbed it down, Dawn dish soap again, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to this one in a minute. And once I get that done, and you know, these skis are beat up, I know, but whatever, they work. They're skis. I mean, they're gonna get beat up. Well, I don't want to touch that one yet. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do. You know, it's a ski. And I'm not going to be hitting trails real hard, so, I mean, you know, you see people going 80, 90 miles an hour for 40 miles on a trail. And, yeah, that's just not me quite yet. So, I'm just playing around here. So, once I get that cleaned up, I'm going to hit it with some of the Fusion, and then there are bolts that I am positive, I'm very confident when I go to remove those and loosen them up that they're going to snap. Same thing with that one right there. That one's coming off too, but I'm going to do that on both of them. The new carbides came with, I would call them flanged locking nuts, and I'm not gonna have to worry about those. So those look all good to go. And the only other thing are these two. There's two Phillips machine screws with lock washers on the back that hold the saddle on, and the saddle is, if you don't know, it's those right there. Those are the saddles. And those go right in the middle of the skis there, and then you have the spindle that connects to those. And so I'm going to get new bolts for all this stuff, and nuts and screws. You know, and it's only, I mean, I might pay $5 for that stuff. So I figured, you know what, why not? You know, freshen them up, make them look nice. You know, may as well. The hood's going to get painted. I'm doing all this other stuff. I got it apart. And, you know, I figured, why not? And here's something else that I found. I found a little bit of goo on one of the skis. And when I mean goo, I mean goo. So these are Fox shocks. And I've never rebuilt a shock before, so I'm not sure if any of you know how to do that or know anybody. If you know anybody, send them this video and send them my way. I'd appreciate it. I'm assuming I'm going to have to get some type of spring compressor to get the spring off. And it looks like it just pops out right at the top there. You can press the spring and then you can pull it back around the shaft of the shock. And then looks like there's a spot for, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's, you can grab hold top of the shock. So between that And this bottom nut here, I mean, there's got to be a way to build this. I mean, or rebuild it. I'm assuming that it's probably only some type of seal or some type of O-ring. I don't know. I'll have to tear into it. So like I said, if you know anybody that knows how to... if you know anybody that knows how to rebuild these, then please let me know. I'd appreciate it. I'm definitely going to be looking into it either way. The other one seems fine. Well, I guess not. I mean, it's got a goo on it too. Well, looks like both of them need it. I only rode this thing for 3 hours last year, but then it sat, you know, in the shed for the summer and stored away. So, and they both need it. Springs aren't too bad, but I mean, if I got them all apart, I'm probably going to end up hitting them with some good old Rust-Oleum too. I love my Rust-Oleum. Stops rust! You gotta love it. It stops rust. So yeah, so that's what's going on with the 96 ZR580. And that hood is going to get painted that color orange right there. So the hood will be orange. I got this trim right here. I sanded a few of those spots just to smooth them out. And I kind of hit this with some magic marker. Not magic marker, but Sharpie. I just hit it with a Sharpie just to see what happened. And yeah, it soaked it up quite a bit. Probably have to do it a few times, but figured, you know what? I'm just going to hit it with some of that Krylon. Let's hit the whole thing. Screw it. And just tape it off. Tape it off with up here some paper. Bang. Bang it out and be good to go. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on right now. Like I said the last video, yeah, sled fired right up. And after a few hours, once my wife got home, I fired it up again just to show her, you know, because she was involved in this whole thing too. So I fired it up, and it seemed like it bogged a little bit, but what I did notice is that the RPMs picked up and then sat like that for a little bit, you know, 30 seconds or so, 40 seconds, and then I tapped the throttle, and then it went back down, just like the ZR does. So I'm pretty excited about that. So it seems like it's operating the way that it should. So yeah, other than that, that's the progress so far. Hopefully I can get a lot of this stuff done before the snow hits. And that's my mess back there. Yeah, I know, I gotta clean it up. And then I got this back over here. This mess is gonna get cleaned up. Ugh, it bugs the crap out of me. But I've been busy all summer. I've been doing all kinds of crap. So between that and other ventures that I have going on, so. All right, that's about it. Yeah, just figured to give you guys an update. Like I said, feel free to chime in, and you know, if you, like I said, if you know anybody that knows how to rebuild those shocks, please send them my way. Send the video. Go ahead, comment, like, dislike if you don't like it, and share the video. You know, subscribe if you're not subscribed. That's always cool, and then you can get updates on the stuff that I got going on. So, all right, thanks, guys. You have yourself a good night.